Okay, so a lot of you people who follow my Twitch channel or have followed me on the social media know that I've been testing the CD-ROM emulator that has been developed for the arcade games that we all know and love from Konami. However, this thing has another great use and a whole nother community to reach, and that's why I'm making this video to show this thing off a little bit today. So, the computer in front of you is an old Core 2 Duo system that I have. It only has 2 gigs of RAM. Because the BIOS only lets you have 2 gigs of RAM, you put 4 gigs of RAM in it, the thing freaks out. And there's just a random 500 gig hard drive plugged in. But the only moving part in the system right now is the CPU fan. But we've got the CD-ROM emulator hooked up right here. Now, this thing is really cool because CD-ROM drives are just getting unreliable. They don't make them like they used to. They don't make them with IDE interfaces anymore. So if you are into classic DOS or Windows 98 gaming, you've got a huge problem. Getting a working IDE CD-ROM drive today is getting harder and harder. And when you get one, how long is it going to really last? I've gotten drives that seemed perfectly healthy and died in 15 days. And that's not fun. So, this thing is a great solution to that problem. It has an audio line out port on it, or at least the final version of the board does. This is a pre-production board that I was given for testing purposes. However, it lets you put ISO files on a USB stick and load them.
Okay, and to prove that this thing actually works, we're going to do a little bit of a live demo. We're going to go like this. And then we're going to turn this computer off. As you can see, it's already booted into Windows Setup, but we're going to do that again. And we're going to make a quick pit stop in the setup in the system BIOS. Of course, I have to look on this on L tiny screen because this computer gets really mad for some reason when you have more than one output hooked up. So here we're in the system BIOS. And there we go. Now I've got a bigger view so I can actually read things. So we've got a CD-ROM drive here, and we've got a hard drive here. And we're just going to turn that to off. And we'll set that to CD-ROM, hard disk, disabled, and disabled. Hard disk boot priority, as you can see, full disclosure, there's only the one hard drive. And CD-ROM, there's only the one CD-ROM. So, no, don't do that. Do that. We're just going to save and exit, and this computer is going to reboot for us again. And we're going to watch this thing boot in Windows Setup. So, if you are the kind that likes your classic DOS gaming or Windows 98 gaming, and you're tired of dealing with the unreliability of CD-ROM drives, I have put a link to the web shop where you can buy one of these in the description. And you can get started on a fully solid-state CD-ROM drive. I've tested this thing on my Pentium 3, and it works there. I've tested this thing on this Core 2 Duo machine, which happens to have a real IDE controller for some reason, and it works here. And another great use of this is if you have a newer machine like this that you want to run Windows XP on, it's really nice to be able to slipstream a DVD and test it without having to burn it. This is a slipstreamed installer that has all the drivers to this board on it, so I don't have to mess with it. It just works. So, yeah, if this interests you, definitely pick up one of these. They're great. They have SD card and USB loading support. The USB is a lot faster, but SD card is good enough if you're looking to put this in an older arcade game, like say Dance Dance Revolution Extreme. If you have any interest in seeing how it performs running DDR Extreme, come by my Twitch channel. I stream DDR Extreme and older versions of DDR with this quite often. It's the only CD-ROM drive I've used for over a year now. And as you can see, this is a great alternative to moving parts and unreliability and breakage, because I would rather replace a $5 USB key than have to go out and find a new working CD-ROM drive. Oh, can I not? Do I have to create? Oh, there we go. Yeah, do a quick format. There we go. So we're just going to see how far into setup we can get real quick, because this should go pretty quick. This is a pretty fast device compared to your average CD-ROM drive as well. So, you know, if you're one of those people who doesn't have a lot of time to game and doesn't want to spend so much time waiting on load bars, this might be a great solution for you, because it's a whole lot faster than old CD-ROM drives. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and check the description for the link to the web shop.